Sony Santa Monica has revealed an enemy that has been cut from God of War. We take a look at Kratos without the beard, some news regarding a potential Netflix series, and we check in on the latest update we got regarding New Game Plus, although it's not what we want to hear, but still Sony Santa Monica has been very aggressive with this comment, like replying it to a ton of people. So let's get into it. If you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated. And let's go. This is the Drummer, a very terrifying four-hands enemy made by Arda, a senior character artist at Sony Santa Monica. But in the end they decided to cut it from the game, though why was not mentioned, only that some props that were modeled for the character were used for different purposes, so the work was not completely wasted. And I gotta be honest, like they probably have a good reason to cut the enemy, but in terms of gameplay I think it would have suited the game really well. Maybe as a different troll you would encounter like every once in a while, instead of the different trolls we of course saw with the different colors. And maybe you could like drum to buff the other enemies in the area so they would be more excited to fight you. I totally feel this enemy, but she was probably too terrifying. More someone you would see in a Souls game or something. Let me know what you think of the cut enemy in the comments down below. We got more behind the scenes looks thanks to Rolf, an art director at Sony Santa Monica, who posted a set of images of Kratos' face with a beard. But more interesting is the one without the facial hair. So this is Kratos before the additional shaders and textures. Looking completely different if you ask me. Like a James Bond villain or something, a criminal in the current day. I put a link to all the pictures of Kratos and also of the enemy in the description down below so you can check it out for yourself. Then a weird rumor started to pop up back in April of this year with this poster of a so-called Netflix original series of God of War with Jason Momoa, better known as Aquaman, as Kratos. And I got to say, it's a very well made picture and a prime example of fake news getting spread via Facebook. Anyway, the game director Cory Barlog confirmed that this news was indeed fake via Twitter, but also implied that he was open to explore the possibilities. I mean, we got a Witcher Netflix show coming, Castlevania is getting a second season, so yes, God of War would totally fit the service as well. And with Netflix budget being $13 billion for 2018 on shows, they probably have some to spend on this God of War show, you would think, right? I mean, I, and probably you as well, right, would totally give this one a shot. And looking at the fake Facebook post that got 151,000 shares and 83,000 likes on a page that has 24,000 likes, I think it shows you that people are excited for this one for sure. I'm curious to see how this one evolves. But of course, let's take a look at things that are in the more near future, the New Game Plus mode. Like, I think and hope that it comes any day now, but Santa Monica has been very tight-lipped. The last thing they kind of communicated about this, and they really sent this to a ton of people, while before this, they only sent it to one person once, while I can imagine that a ton of people are asking them daily about this mode. The common reply we now see is no new updates just yet, hang in there. So yes, of course, at E3 the mode where you can replay the game with all the gear and many unlocks you have was announced, but it has been very quiet since. I said in the video where I talked about the New Game Plus announcement that I thought that July would be a good time. Again, I thought it was a prediction, and I still believe that that will be the case, but it really depends on when they are done with the feature. So I saw someone on Reddit say, oh, the vinyl is coming out on July 13th, so that would be a good time, but yeah, you're watching this on July 13th and no New Game Plus mode just yet. Not really something that the studio controls as well, like the vinyl release. The photo competition though could be an indicator for sure. You could participate by tweeting the God of War photo mode contest entry hashtag to Sony Santa Monica with the PS4 share hashtag as well and your country's PlayStation Twitter account. And if you did with an awesome submission, you could win that submission as a Cook and Becker physical print and also a copy of the Dark Horse in-depth Art of God of War book. A little comparable with the Horizon Zero Dawn photo mode competition that happened 1 year ago that also gave away a Cook and Becker print. I used to highlight these best photos, remember? Anyway, you could participate till July 6th and the winners will be announced on July 23rd. So maybe around that time we get the modes as well that they first wanted to end the competition and then release the update. And you could say, okay, that's a little crazy theory, but we saw that with Horizon Zero Dawn as well. Their photo mode competition ended on June 24th and they announced the winner of the final week on July 12th. but the update happened in between that. July 6th, the New Game Plus was added to Horizon Zero Dawn. So with God of War also giving away this Cook and Becker print, they do take some cues from the Horizon competition, so that would mean that between now and July 23rd, we could maybe see this New Game Plus mode. So yes, again, very far-fetched, I know, but still I thought it was interesting enough to share. Sony always rolls out their marketing and stuff for games in a similar fashion, having a big event hands-on time just before the game is out and have the review copies well ahead of release, and then when they think the game is really good, you have the review embargo pop like 2 weeks before the launch, so people can already get hyped up before the game is in stores. So to think that we will get a similar New Game Plus rollout for Horizon and God of War, I think is not a crazy theory. Of course, don't hold me to it, but I hope that the New Game Plus mode is coming in the coming weeks. When we know more, I'll of course let you know here on the channel, so totally subscribe for everything God of War, everything New Game Plus. Drop a like to support the channel, check out my in-depth video on why I think that God of War DLC is still possible, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.